All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai Ba'Hashem, Ruach HaKodesh.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today.
Right.
And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life
For Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai's sake.
We're the brothers from GMS Miami. I'm Brother Samak.
I'm your brother Zakaria.
Yeah, today we're just going to get on these PowerPoint knuckleheads, all right? And pretty much put a warning out there for those that are still following, all right, these jokers, all right? All right, these, what they call themselves? The Genesis characters,
Genesis,
okay?
Israelites,
all right? This is a warning because if you're following after these, okay, false prophets, all right, you're going to be destroyed with them.
That's right.
Clearly, the Lord's not dealing with them. Clearly, all right, they're showing to be a bunch of rebels, okay, a bunch of hypocrites, all right, a bunch of false prophets once again.
Yep.
All right. The Lord ain't dealing with them, all right. They were just set up, all right, to be a snare for those that ain't part of the elect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the conclusion of the matter. All right, so, hey, this is a warning, all right, for those that are following those PowerPoint ninjas, aka Genesis, all right. So we're going to start with Proverbs chapter 24, verse 21.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, My son, fear thou the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, in the king.
Right off the jump, you know, I love how it starts off. Okay, my son. All right, aren't we the Lord's son?
Yep.
All right, aren't we the children of Israel?
That's right.
Okay, so fear thou the Lord Yahweh. All right, so when you're hearing, all right, these bugged out doctrines that are changing in the last second, all right, the automatic, okay, thought should come to your mind is like, yo, all right, let me make sure, all right, that I'm getting of the 100% truth because I fear the Lord. I don't want to fall into a trap, all right, and let me examine what these knuckleheads are saying. It's easy, all right, to counter what they're saying, for lack of better words, all right. The scriptures clearly get the book of Psalms. He shows his word onto Jacob.
Yeah.
His statutes onto the milk scriptures. Always going back to the milk scriptures. That's something that the apostle elders always encourage and push. Go back to the milk scriptures so you don't fall for this madness. All right? Because you need that good, healthy fear of the Lord, man.
Yep. This book of Psalms chapter 147 verse 19. It says, He showeth his word unto Jacob. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
You see who the Lord is dealing with? All right? His people, the Israelites. He showeth his word, okay? Meaning the words of the scriptures, all right? Only the Israelites are going to get the 100%, okay, understanding of the scriptures, mainly the elect. Let's start with that, because the Lord only dealing with the elect, all right? But that's who the word is for, okay? The Israelites. You got it.
Psalms 147 verse 19. It says, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20, He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye the Lord. So off the jump, you're like, wait a minute, all nations can be saved? All right, that's not that's off. That's not scripture. Okay? Saved from what? The destruction. You're saying that an Edomite is going to be saved from a nuclear destruction here in Babylon the Great? You're saying an Ammonite, so-called Japanese person that's dwelling here in America is going to be saved from a nuclear destruction? No. Okay? The judgment, all right, is for America, and only the elect of Israel is going to be saved from that judgment.
That's right.
That's plain. Okay?
That's right.
All right?
The scriptures say, let me get this real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the Lord got us out of ancient Egypt, and the Lord's going to get us out of this Egypt, man.
Yep.
And he said he's going to put us back in the land, man, with our forefathers. And even though we're going to have people have the elect that look like the other nations, but if you were actually descended from Esau or Ammon, you're not going to make it, man.
Right.
You know, this is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14 says, Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, The Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought the children of Israel from the land of the north. Here's in America, man, this great deliverance, man. And from all the lands whither he have driven them, and I will bring them again into their lands that I gave unto their fathers, man. So that deliverance is only for Israel, man.
That's right. This is why you gotta have a healthy fear of the Lord. Because these scriptures should be running through your mind like, wait a minute. Okay, none of these nations can't be saved.
Right.
Okay, all right. Clearly, the deliverance is for Israel. Okay, they're the only one, and they're the only ones that are going to understand that the deliverance, okay, or it's only for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why basic Hebrew Israelite 101.
Right.
All right, that's why you Genesis clowns, you ain't got the spirit, man.
Right.
All right, and for somebody, what's that? Hassad.
Yeah, brother Hassad.
Brother Hassad to say
Deacon
that.
Hakah.
All right, well, Deacon Akkad, we already know why he changed up.
Yeah.
Money, money, money.
Shekels.
Money.
You know, you need gas.
Yeah, got all with them wives and the Mercedes and all that, right? Okay, but Hassad, shame on you, because it goes to show you that, all right, you were a hypocrite the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, you were just acting, you were playing. All right, and that means you never have fear of the Lord.
Right.
All right, let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays. That means you don't fear the Lord, man.
Mm-hmm.
Again, back to the point. You got to have a healthy fear of the Lord, and Genesis don't have it. Okay?
I read again. Proverbs 24 and verse 21, it says, My son, fear thou the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai in the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change.
Right, so this is a warning to those, all right, that are still listening to Genesis and thinking that, okay, that they're the ones, all right, that are pushing out the truth of the Lord. Hey, the scriptures say, meddle not with them that are given to change. All right. Now, when you might as well get James 1:8, where it says, a double-minded man, okay, is unstable in all his ways. And then I'll get the NLT version of Proverbs chapter 24, verse 21. Right. My child, this is an NLT while you're getting that. This is the NLT version. My child, fear the Lord and the King. Don't associate with rebels. They're rebels. They're rebelling against the Lord. They're going to war against the Lord by changing the doctrine, saying all nations can be saved if they follow, okay, the Hebrew Israelite way, the customs and the culture. Okay? Didn't that woman at the well follow the customs?
Right.
And the Lord told her, okay, you worship what you know not.
Yep.
We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
Okay?
It's a cut there, right there.
That's a cut right there. Goofy, PowerPoint ninjas. That's what I'm calling y'all. The PowerPoint and the nigglets, because what we saw in the group chat. Now they're saying that the serpent is a Canaanite. That's madness, bro.
You niggas are off, man. And you need to repent.
Right. That's why this is a warning. Don't follow these clowns. They're going to lead you to death, man.
Yep.
Okay, we clearly know the serpent, that old serpent, which is the devil. Okay, who made all the earth worship his image. Let me get that. That's in that. I mean, come on, man. That old serpent. This is in Revelation. Who is this talking about? Old serpent. Back to the basics, man.
The devil.
The old serpent. The devil, bro. Yep, here it is. Yeah. Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out. Okay? Clearly, who does the great dragon represent? All right? The ancient Roman Empire.
Right.
All right? Which are these Edomites, these so-called white people, right?
Yep.
That old serpent, that old serpent. Yeah. Go all the way back to the garden.
Yep.
Called the devil, and Satan, Maybe you don't know what commas are in English. What do commas represent? Let me. You know what? This is how we walk these clowns down.
Walk them down.
Yeah. Okay. What do commas represent in a sentence? A comma indicates a pause in separate words, phrases, and clauses to clarify meaning in a sentence. It is used in list. There you go. To separate an introductory element from the main clause and to set off non-essential information. To separate items in a list, use commas to separate three or more. I bought apples, bananas. Yeah, that's another one. To use comma and can be used to set off phrase or clauses. There it is. This is it. To set off a non-essential information. A comma can be used to set off phrases or clauses that add extra information. Okay? My car, which is red, needs a new tire, right? All associating back to the car.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what it is. That's it. See? That's what you need, man. You need to go back to English, man. Okay? So there you go. That's what it is. It's still associating with the main clause of the sentence.
Yeah, it said I bought apples, bananas and oranges.
Yeah.
The same thing.
The same thing.
I
What's
went
the
to the store? Yeah,
exactly?
I bought it.
So come on, man. There we go. So just just a little bit of getting back to English, the basics. All right. Now check this out. Which deceiveth the whole world? Who deceiveth the whole world?
Esau, Edom, the wicked.
Right, not the Canaanites.
Right. Yeah, that you got an answer to that.
Yeah.
Precept.
Come on, man.
That. Yeah. Was that the Canaanite?
Yeah. Come on, man.
3.
This is Revelation. This is the final chapter, or final countdown.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's a colon. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Which a colon is meaning what? An association from the first part of the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, meaning they're together.
Right.
It's explaining the first part of the sentence. Okay, with this colon, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Meaning Esau, Edom,
Right.
the so-called white man, starting with his military. Okay, was destroyed out of the their military was taken out of the sky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Verse 7 and 8 tells you that.
Yep.
There was a war and they brought him down.
Yep.
They explained who it was, who's the dragon. Is that Esau coming back in his military power? Man.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
All
right. So you just got a little bit of
cut your little doctrine real quick.
Right. With a little. That's how it gets down. That's how he walk you clowns down and drown you. Because that was the most dumbest thing to say. A Canaanite? What?
How in hell y'all come up with that, man?
Who?
They on drugs. They may be on drugs, man. Well, spiritual drugs.
Well,
physically, and you know what I mean?
They may. Hey, look, man.
Who knows?
Who knows what type of things they doing behind the scenes?
Yeah.
What type of substance they're on. All right. And again, if they don't need to smoke it if they're on those edibles.
I got demons on.
Yeah.
Either way, they got demons.
They got demons. Yeah. Yep.
But I go back to this.
Yep.
Proverbs 24.
Mm-hmm.
Want the second verse?
22nd. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll read 21 again. Proverbs 24 verse 21 says, "My son, fear thou the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 22, "For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both?"
You see that? For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? NLT version. It says, for disaster will hit them suddenly. Who knows what punishment will come from the Lord and the King? Mm-hmm. And we've been saying, by them changing the doctrine, okay, all right, and they were teaching their doctrine for money.
Yeah.
People pay to go to their school.
Crazy word.
Hey, the Lord can use one of your former members, to, all right, okay, clip you like on some fucking casino or Goodfellas.
Yep.
Okay, easily. All right, or like somebody or Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
Remember Captain Kirk? Okay, easily. All right, you got to give money back to all these people. All right, because you changed the doctrine.
Yeah, fucking devil.
All right, and we know Deacon Hassad, you Akkad. That's the thing. You were in it for the money, bro.
Yeah, of course.
You definitely were in it for the money.
Mm-hmm. So I had a precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is Romans, because you said you gotta watch it. We just telling people to watch out for these niggas.
Yep.
This is Romans chapter 16, in verse. There we go. Romans chapter 16 and 17. Romans chapter 16 verse 17 says, "Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them." That word mark goes into scopeo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, meaning to watch, and you're supposed to avoid them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's read in the NLT. It says, "And now I make one more appeal, my dear brothers and sisters. Watch out for people who cause divisions." They separated from different groups and stuff like that, trying to do their own thing.
Yep.
It says, "And upset people's faith by teaching things contrary to what you have been taught."
You see that?
Upsetting people's faith, man. Which that's why the Lord has the elder apostles, and the elder bishops, brothers on down, like ourselves, to cut those things, man. It says, I'll read that again. It says, "Watch out for people who cause divisions and upset people's faith by teaching things contrary to what you have been taught. Stay away from them, man, because you was taught the right way."
Mm-hmm.
All right. even if you was with Alazar from the beginning, you know, he was teaching some things that was right, Sakari, because the apostle said the apostle always bigged up Sakari group.
Yeah.
Then y'all niggas started spiraling out of control, man, because
Yep.
that nigga had demons on him, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he wouldn't hearken when they went off and the Lord had the elder apostle cut him. He got cut, and then he started waxing worse and worse, and that's what you niggas doing right now. Y'all waxing worse and worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So and here's the thing, man. You slandered us like crazy. You said that we were pedos, rapists. Right. All right. So I mean, this is why we're coming at you the way we're coming at you, man. All right. You said some fucked up shit.
Right.
About GMS, start with our apostle elders, man. Yeah. And you haven't apologized. You haven't said, Salakia. All right. That's why, we're coming at you the way we're coming at you.
Yep.
All right. And the Lord going, take y'all out. I see it, man.
Yep.
Y'all said some wild shit, man. Okay. False accusations, slander. All right. All we're doing is coming out of scriptures. All right. Regarding, those particular topics. All right. And the Bible, too. There was, like in the book of Judges, when the Benjamites needed to repopulate, they went and snatched up those Ephraimite women.
Right.
That's in where did they get the what's it called, the inspiration from the law.
Right.
Okay, but you don't want to talk that. You want to skip. You're gonna skip over that part. Yeah. But that's the thing. All right. Okay, and then of course a woman. All right. Marriageable age back in the ancient world, and even in the beginning of Babylon the Great America, all right, once a woman received her period, it was known in the community, all right, she's ready to be married off. Known in the community, all right. This is basic stuff, man. All right, that's why here it is. If we were doing this shit, don't you think we'd be in prison and jail by now?
Right.
All right, you slanderer. So that's why we call you the PowerPoint ninjas. Well, that's why I call you the PowerPoint ninjas and the niggly bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
No doubt.
All right. All right. I don't have some more names for y'all. All right. Let me bring this out. 1 Timothy chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at 6. Not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride he fall into the condemnation of the devil. And that's the thing, y'all novices, man.
Yeah.
All right, but you want to be that guy. All right, that's why you've been deceived, man. Okay, whether knowingly or unknowingly. All right, you're still deceived. Okay. All right, continuing on. 7. Moreover, he must have a good report of them which are without, lest he fall into the reproach and the snare of the devil. 8. Likewise, must the deacons be grave, not double-tongued.
Yeah.
Double-tongued. You were teaching that only Israel can be saved all these years. All right, calling himself Deacon Hakad. All right, then he say that I'm in it for the money when I say all nations can be saved.
And
looking now.
A few months later.
Okay.
A few
years later. And then he tried to say and justify Christianity. Bullshit.
Same shit.
It's the same shit, bro. But that's you would said all nations, my guy. Okay.
So you basically teaching Christianity.
Yep. Double tongue, not giving too much wine. You know they be drinking heavily. Not greedy of filthy lucre. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's what it is. It's all about the money. Okay, the moolah. All right, you need your pockets filled. So now you're saying anybody that believes in the doctrine that following the law, statutes, commandments, and God's chosen people, Israelite, now they can come to the fold. They can be saved. Mm-hmm. That's a lie, man. No, they can't. All right. Look, listen. I tell the heathen all the time that are here in America. If I were you, I'd go to another country. Yeah. Spare yourself from the nuclear destruction. Yep. Because if you're a heathen in America, you ain't got a shot.
Cooked.
You are cooked. You are fuel for the fire. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because you benefited off our downfall. Mm-hmm. America is the bloodbath of the horror house of the Israelites, and you hear. Of course, if you were natural born heathen here, you're gonna be doing better than Jake. Mm-hmm. Unless the Lord got your ass with that Deuteronomy 30:7, the curse is coming upon you. Yep. But other than that, you're gonna be living better than the average Jake, man.
That's right.
That's
right. got a little bit more. 9, holding the mystery of the faith in pure conscience. They're not in pure conscience.
Nope.
Okay, 10, and let these also first be proved. Then let them use the office of a deacon, being found blameless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, why did Alazar saying, okay, point the finger and said, nah, you're into the pegging.
He needs a weird.
You're not found blameless. Okay, and more stuff is coming out, man. That y'all are into all types of sexual magic, sexual deviance. All right, this is like nasty work. It's like, bro, okay,
Oh shit.
like this is you, like, bro. You know you're an
Just go
Israelite.
back into the world.
Let's go
man.
back into the world. Be a Dipset nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Be a Max B nigga coming
Put the
here.
Bible down.
That, you know what I'm saying? Be at Max B coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to be the Max B's and wavy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
The Gucci.
You know?
I got a precept.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 27, verse 11 says, the discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom, but a fool changeth like the moon, man. So you see how the moon cycle every month it changes, it waxes and wanings. That's how you niggas change.
Yeah, that's a cut.
They change like the damn moon.
Changing like the moon. Changing like a thotty.
Yeah.
The women change like the moon, bro.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Mood swings.
mood swings. Exactly. Moon swings. That's
Yeah.
that's it. Moon swings.
swing.
Changing like the moon.
Yeah, you
Hey, I like that. We gotta use that more. These pseudo Hebrews change like the moon.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, we taking that. That's our style, man. All right. If you using it, you know you took it from us. You know, just give us the credit. Okay.
No doubt.
Okay.
You got a precept?
I was gonna end off on Jeremiah 23. We read it from 1 through 12 and close off.
Okay.
Because it hits all key points. You know what I'm saying?
23, 1 through 12.
1 through 12, yeah.
Okay, all right.
You know, we'll just hit the key points. Jeremiah chapter 23, 1 through 12. Yep.
All right. This book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1, it says, Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
PowerPoint ninjas, niggly bears, changing like the moon, aka Genesis. That's y'all.
Yep. You scattered the Lord's sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2, it says,
And notice how I all those lists, those describe you. Just like comma. Right, hold on, let's do it again. Okay. PowerPoint ninjas, comma.
All right.
Okay. Niggly bears, comma.
Yeah.
Changing like the moon, comma. Genesis.
Israelites.
Pseudo Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
you niggas, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. I created a list.
Yeah,
All right.
to you.
That's a sentence.
Jeremiah 23, verse 2, it says, Therefore thus saith the Lord, power of the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away, and have not visited them.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord.
Right. The Lord's going to visit y'all. Okay. And you are in, dark territory.
Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of dark territory, it's coming out now that during this winter there's going to be massive blackouts because of the data centers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the Lord can just take out the power at your crib.
All right.
Okay. And then have somebody run up in your shit.
Yep.
Easily.
Got you.
Okay. Since you flossing, you showing that you getting the money and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some of your congregation, they're gonna be freezing. They're like, I know Deacon Hakkad and Deacon Hassad. They got they living good. I'm hungry, man. I'm freezing. And they've been, fuck it. They've been lying to me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm all fucked up in the head. Fuck that. I'm taking advantage. Who's gonna know?
Yeah,
The lights are out. Your alarm's off. Who's gonna know?
Yep.
Okay, while you freezing, toilet ain't running because the pipe's done. Wherever y'all living at. But still, at the end of the day, hey, the electricity's out. You can't flush the toilet.
Yeah.
So it's all bad. This is why we fear the Lord, man.
Yeah.
I was using it as an example, man.
Yep.
Okay, see how easily all shit can unfold, and that's the Lord visiting you. That's the point.
Yep. Yeah, you niggas. I'll be surprised if they go out and teach on the street. Y'all got a target on y'all head.
Yeah, man.
It's Proverbs. It's like Jeremiah 23 and verse 3.
You know what they'll be doing though? I see it. They're gonna just be podcasts.
Yeah,
ninjas.
that's what I was saying. Them niggas ain't going on. The
Yeah,
street
they're gonna
no
just
more.
be podcasts.
Yeah.
They're gonna be influencers
Yeah.
like Takashi and Aiden
Yeah.
and Neon. That's how y'all gonna be doing that. Watch
Security
real
with
soon.
You need to have
Yep,
security
real
with
soon.
you.
They're gonna do that. You know.
Yeah, Jeremiah 23 and verse 3 says, "And I will gather the remnant of my flock of all the countries, whether I have driven them." The remnant of his flock. Who's the flock? Is who are the scattered sheep? The lost sheep is Israel, man, not the other nations.
Yep.
"And I will gather the remnant of my flock of all countries, whether I have driven them, and will bring them again to their foes, and they shall be fruitful and increase."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4, it says, "And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth."
That's Yahushua, who the world only calls Jesus.
Yep. The lineage of David.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6, "In his days Judah shall be saved,
Mm-hmm.
and Israel shall dwell safely."
Doesn't say anything about other nations being saved
Nope.
and dwelling safely. Okay, that's a future prophecy.
Yep.
Okay, and the big deliverance is coming out of America, Babylon the Great. Okay.
Yep. It says, "And this is his name whereby he shall be called, the Lord our righteousness."
Mm-hmm.
Lord Yahushua, verse 7. "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more that they shall no more say, the Lord," that's the Spirit.
Yep.
Yeah, "the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt."
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8, "But the Lord liveth that brought up the children, but the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, America."
The seed
The seed.
out of the north country.
Right.
The seed of Israel. That's it. The line.
Yeah.
Okay, the bloodline,
Cut.
the royal bloodline. That's a cut, man.
You niggas, they don't search the scriptures. They just get one precept and they got demons that meditate on that.
Yep.
And they lose the rest of the 6 precepts that match that.
Right. What you clowns have been failed to realize, you lost the narrative of the story of the Bible.
Yeah, you don't know the narrative.
The narrative have never changed. Salvation has always been for the Israelites.
That word Gentiles is a stumbling block
Yeah.
to you niggas, man.
All right? And it needed to be a stumbling block because the Lord only wants the best fruits.
That's right.
Meat for repentance. He don't want all you jokers, man.
Yeah.
All right? In fact, I remember, the late Karab, he said you should know what your nationality is by
Yeah.
now. You should know that calling yourself black and Hispanic and Native American, that's off. That doesn't make any logical sense.
You're right.
You should always know what your true nationality that the Lord gave you.
Right.
Okay, come on, man. So that doesn't mean just because you know you're an Israelite, all of a sudden you got salvation. You're gonna be get into the kingdom of heaven. Nah, man.
Nope.
Now I always say you're held to a high standard.
Mm-hmm.
There means certain requirements need to be met in order for you to receive deliverance from the destruction.
Right.
Bucko.
Yep.
Okay.
Scripture said the Israel of the Most High.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 28, it's like Jeremiah 23 and verse 8, it says, "But Yahweh Bashim Shai liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, America, and from all countries whether I have driven them, and they shall dwell safe, they shall dwell in their own land." Verse 9, my heart within me is broken because of the prophets, all my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine have overcome, because of the Lord and because of the words of his holiness.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10, it says, "For the land is full of adulterers,
Mm-hmm.
because of swearing, the land mourneth.
Mm-hmm.
The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right."
That's right. Their course is evil.
Yeah.
All right. And one more.
Verse 11.
11. Okay.
"For both prophet and priest are profane.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, in my house have I found their wickedness, saith the Lord."
Right. The Lord found your wickedness. Okay. And that's why you're being exposed. First you get exposed, then you get judged.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is part of the Lord's judgment, revealing who you are. Then he has to spank you.
Yeah.
All right. And his spankings are what? Death.
That's it.
Okay.
Verse 12, it says, wherefore their way shall be unto them as slippery ways, and in the darkness they shall be driven on, and fall therein, for I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, saith the Lord power.
There you go. So the Lord says he's going to bring evil upon you. That's how he's going to visit you. Bad times, okay? Again, we got a perfect scenario. And they're talking about the power going out during the winter, all right, because of these data centers, okay? Now, wherever you're at, if you are in Seattle, you're going to freeze. If you're not, if you're down in, you know, in the lower states, all right, hey, still power go out. You can't flush toilet. And people are going to be roaming around. Opportunity to commit crimes when there's no power, all right? And hey, the Lord could set you up, all right, for your judgment that way. And that's one of many scenarios. I'm just using that scenario because I just did a lesson on that. Because these fucking the Esau Edom. That's another thing. How can these devils be saved when they're doing wicked shit like this? They're willing to fuck up the electrical grid for the average person so they can get their data centers fully operational so they can spy on people, because that's what these data centers are, surveillance.
Yep.
How come y'all don't talk about that?
Yeah.
But you talking about some bullshit. That's why the Lord's going to get you, because you ain't the prophets.
You ain't the prophets. They don't prophesy.
So you got anything to say?
That was it, brother.
So so with that, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Again, this is a warning. All right, anybody following those knuckleheads, man, refrain from them. Meddle not with them, because they're rebelling against the Lord, and they're going to get their judgment.
Yep.
And with that, we want to give all praises and all glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem HaKodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today.
Right.
And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life
For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's sake.
Love you, brothers. Keep it thorough, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostles, elders.
Right.
We're almost out of here. To the few that are watching, keep studying. When you pray each head cover. Shalom.
Shalom.